What's up, everybody? Episode 2 of the Crime Time podcast. Shout out my boy Ilux. He was our first episode feature. Now, today, we are featuring Royalize, who is the COD recruiter for Team BH. Royalize, you want to say what's good?
What's good, everybody?
We're going to get into some specifics with him, regarding Call of Duty, his content, his stream, stuff like that. Just to give you guys a quick rundown, we like to feature once a week a new person in the community that's excelling at what they do and making moves. And Royalize is our guy this week. So Royalize, I'm just going to get into some questions with you. Do you want me to call you Royalize? Or do you want me to call you Tanner? Because I
It's
know
really
you
up
as
to you.
both. All right. So if anybody doesn't know, his first name is Tanner. So I'm good friends with him. So I might call him Tanner at points. Um, so just to start, I'd like to give a little bit of a rundown on Villainous Call of Duty. So right now, we actually just picked up a full Call of Duty roster for the new year, consisting of Vil Shots, Aeon, Bryce, Trev, and Rhett. They're going to be competing at local LAN events for us. Some of the prequels for CWL. And then I know, since Royalize, you are the COD recruiter for BH. Do you want to give us a quick rundown of what you guys are looking at for BH and what maybe your future plan is?
Yeah. So basically, there's gonna be a recruitment video coming out pretty soon. Along with like my introduction for my montage. But basically, we're just focusing on like content creation at first. Not really like focusing too much on like starting an amateur team and having them compete at lands and everything. More like an online kind of
Build a presence
presence.
online and then venture your way into LAN.
Yeah.
It's a good way to start. I would say it would be tough to like go straight into LAN events. That's for sure.
Yeah, so basically I'm just scouting out people that are have the potential to grow when the game comes out. I'm basically just looking at people's YouTube channels and like every day I'm getting like literally probably 50 to 100 people tagging me in their posts or tagging me in tweets or whatever. Like there's so many people that are trying to be like content creators for COD VH, but
So just to
um
just to reiterate, what you're saying is you're going to be recruiting both content creators and then helping with the competitive side too for COD.
yeah,
Okay, got you.
exactly.
So are you going to be then yourself considered a content creator for the team at that time that
Yes.
that's brought out?
Yeah, so I'm the recruiter, also a content creator, and then I'm also a competitive player.
Gotcha. Okay, that's nice. Do you know, like, so these people that are reaching out to you, they're just tagging you in their posts, trying to get? Are they like only content creators, or are these people trying to be comp?
Mostly just content creators because BH is a professional like Fortnite
Mm-hmm.
org. So when we just switched to COD, like a bunch of people that I guess think they don't have a chance of making it for Fortnite, I guess now think that they have a chance for COD. So
But obviously,
um,
you're trying to kind of hold it to the same standard as the Fortnite side. I know we've known
yeah, like I
BH for
mean,
a long time. They've always brought on talent and made talent better. So I think that's probably what you're going to continue to do.
yeah, exactly. So I'm just like as much as I would love to give someone, like a fresh chance, like it is a big team, so it's not going to be anyone's like first org they ever join type of thing. People need to understand that they have to work their way up to getting onto an org like this. And like for me, I've been on several organizations before this. Like this is probably my like sixth org I've been
Vil
on.
Royalize, what up?
Yeah.
Throwback.
Yeah, for people that don't know that, I used to be on Villainous for a little
Yes,
bit.
sir. And if he ever needs it, he's got a home. Um, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, yeah, definitely. So quick question for you, like on just a little bit about how BH works. Do you guys communicate? Like, are you mostly on Discord? Or are you guys in Twitter chats? Because we had a couple kids that messaged me and they're like, I wonder how they communicate. Are they like on some like professional like communication app like Slack, or are they just in like a Twitter group chat? How does it work for you guys?
Well, we have group chats on Twitter. We have like a group chat that is just for important stuff that only like the leads
Mm-hmm.
type in, and then we have a different chat for like the members,
Gotcha. And
and then we also have a
are the
Discord.
leads like in the members chat too?
Yeah,
Gotcha. And then I'm sure there's like probably going to be, once you start bringing on COD creators, there'll probably be a COD chat, stuff like that. Kind of like what Vil, it's pretty much similar to what Vil does. I thought that that was crazy to me. I've always been interested in that, is how other teams like run their communication, and it's pretty similar with what I've heard from all these people from different teams. Is that it mainly sticks to Twitter? We tried actually moving it to Discord, and it was an utter failure. Nobody moved. Yeah, it
Oh
was
yeah,
brutally bad, and it was my call too,
yeah,
which sucked. Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah. BH is they were all pretty good with like whenever we have a team meeting, everyone's in the Discord pretty fast. We have a couple Discords like a community Discord and a team Discord, so we're pretty good with keeping up with our
Now,
communication.
how does how many members does BH have in total now? Do you even know?
Um, however many they're following on, I think
51. Okay.
51, like including graphic designers, thumbnails, like all those kind of people. There's also like like artists, like musical artists.
Oh, I saw that.
Um,
It's like a team for music, right? For like
yeah,
production and
yeah,
music. Oh, that's
exactly.
so cool. Do you know like?
Because BH is more of a, like a we plan on more getting into like it's like more like a brand, not like a
Hmm.
team. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
absolutely. So like, just kind of like, what I like to reference is 100 Thieves. You know what they do? I mean, their branding is
Yeah.
gorgeous. What they do is different than everybody else. And that's.
That's the difference between teams like 100 Thieves versus like
Hmm.
Luminosity, for example. Like Luminosity, they're just a competitive team. Like they're not really, content creators. Like I mean, they stream, but they're not like big YouTubers or like anything like that. They're just that's the difference between like FaZe and 100 Thieves versus like
I 100%
Luminosity.
agree. I think like the reason FaZe has so much, or not FaZe, 100 Thieves has so much upside is because of the fact that they're building more of a lifestyle brand when it comes to apparel, and these kids, these teenagers that have no idea what esports is, will still wear their merch because it's dope. Like that's the main point about it, is like it's
Exactly.
gonna help branch it together a little bit, I would say, and get more people involved in esports, which is pretty exciting. But yeah, I 100% agree. Like if you look at a team like Luminosity, if you're not in esports, you have no idea who they are. Agreed.
Yeah,
Okay, so
exactly.
that's awesome. I had no idea that BH was like that, where they were gonna look to move into new stuff. I knew they had the music thing going. I never really looked at it too hard. I'll definitely have to take a look at that. Here's a good question for you. First game you ever picked up and played, and on what console?
Um, okay. Nintendo 64 and Star
I am
Fox.
not familiar with Star Fox. Don't roast me, but tell me what it is.
I hope I wish you knew. Damn. It was such a long time ago. It's like I don't even know how to describe it. Even like,
It's like a first
oh,
person?
I just remember flying around in like I just remember flying around in space and like jets and shit and like spaceships and shit and like having to like shoot down and like do missions and like shoot other like jets and shit. I don't know. And like you could be like there was a frog character, there was a fox, there was
So it's
uh
kind of like
a
you ever play like
falcon.
Ratchet and Clank? That was my
Yeah, I
game,
played
bro.
that.
Like that's what I
Kind of
hit.
like
I hit that so hard it wasn't even funny. Like that was my shit. Star Fox and Nintendo 64. So like when you got like, so did you get a PS3? I'm guessing when it first came out.
Nope. So the way I went was Xbox 360, um, from COD 4 till Ghosts, and then got an Xbox One, played Ghosts on that, then switched from an Xbox One to a PS4 in Advanced Warfare, and then had the same PS4 from Advanced Warfare till
Oh, I
like
saw you picked up the
3 weeks
PS4
ago.
Pro, right? What do you think about this PS5
Yep.
that's coming out? Do you have like any opinions on that yet?
I haven't even really paid attention to it. I just when those kind of things happen, I feel like there's so many changes when they first
Mm.
release it till
It's
when
not
they
going to
actually
look like
like
these people
put
that
it
are
out.
trying to
So
design it
I
and
don't really.
show like leaks and stuff. That's not what it's going to look like, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. So I just wait till there's like a month left and the actual specs are
You're going to
out and
cop right
everything, and
away?
then I start paying attention to it.
See, dude, but that's the thing, is like I was
Probably.
reading up on it. I read this article, and the price tag like stood out to me. Like that shit's expensive. It was looking at like pricing at like
How much is it?
500.
Oh damn.
See
Well, I mean,
what?
I spent
Why?
700 on my
Is
pro
it that expensive?
because yeah, well, it was 565 for the pro just without any warranty or anything, and then I got a 3-year accidental break warranty so that I literally can smash it with a baseball bat and then get
So,
a new one.
oh, I get it. Okay. So if it
Like
starts like
accidental
screwing
breaks.
up on you or collecting a shit ton of dust, you can just bust it up and get a new one.
Or- exactly. Even if I accidentally spill a glass of water on it and
See,
it
now does that kind of
fucks
screw
up, I
you
can
over
get a
since the
warranty on it.
PS5's dropping in like a year? So you're gonna cop the PS5. Well, you could
Nah,
sell the Pro.
I mean,
All right, that
yeah,
makes sense.
exactly.
Okay, I get it. I remember like back when I think the PS4 dropped, it was like 400. So I mean, it would make sense for it to go to probably like five, I guess.
Yeah, most consoles, and I thought you were gonna
Really?
say
Like I
even
saw that
like
and I
more
was like,
expensive
damn,
than
like
that.
I gotta start saving now.
But also, like I pay in Canadian dollar, like I have Canadian
Yeah, I saw
currency,
that
so
Twitter
it's
pic
like
with
a
the
little different.
stacks.
So 700 Canadian, 700 Canadian would be like 540
Gotcha. Okay.
US
Cool, cool,
probably.
cool. All right. Another one for you here. So I've known you for a while. You've always been, pretty big since I've known you, I would say. When I was DMing you like every day trying to get you on Villainous, you were pretty big. That's when you had the world record at that point. Um, you play with like
Yeah.
some crazy people. Now I'm not talking the rappers. We're gonna get to that in a little bit. I saw that stuff and I was like, I put it on the list. I'm gonna talk about that. But I'm talking about like you play with like Neslo and Proof, right? See, like
Yeah,
how tight is the COD community when it comes to the top people where everybody kind of knows each other? Because I feel like a guy like Neslo or
like how
Proofy would never think of somebody, because obviously they're big. You know what I mean? Like, how do they see other people that are lower than them and
yeah.
like recognize them?
Um basically like the only I've always said this, especially this is more like to do with like search and destroy tournaments like type of thing, but literally just to get noticed, you just have to beat the best. Like you have to consistent like more than one time you
So
have
when
to
they
beat
see you,
them
they're
to
playing you
for
in the
them to
next
notice
round.
you.
They're like,
Like
shit, I know that guy.
yeah, exactly. And then they, I know that guy. He's actually those guys grind. They're actually pretty good. And then once you say GG's after, and you're not a dickhead to them, you're like good vibes, blah blah blah. They follow you on Twitter or something, and then the opportunity arises in the future. But like for me, for like Blackout, like I've always played Search and Destroy, and like they've known
Hmm.
of me, but like didn't know me type of thing. And then Blackout came out
And you
and
popped off kind of on
just
Blackout,
like
right?
grinded that. And once you're like exactly, I was one of the best. So like then when the big pro players or ex pro players that have streams that want to have high quality content, they hit up like the people that are doing the best, like that have potential to
So
grow
that's
as
what it's
well,
about. It's
and
like
then they
seizing
play with
opportunity,
them.
really. Like if
And
you're a
then
young
also it's
player.
just
Okay.
like
I would say that
exactly.
even makes
Yeah.
sense for Fortnite players too, because the last kid we uploaded his podcast today. He's like played with High Sky, Face Sway. He's played with a lot of big people just because he grinded and he was respectful. Like that was the biggest part. Like he like somebody invited him to a Discord chat, and they dragged him into a voice call. And Face Sway was in there, and he didn't like react like a child. You know what I mean? Uh huh.
Exactly, that's the thing. And like I know you don't want to get into the rappers yet, but like y- I was telling my friends about this, and like people would on my Snapchat
I
stories and shit
fangirl.
when they see that I was posted that I was playing with them, like they'd be like, yo, like ask him this, yo, tell him this, and I'm like, do you really think that this guy who's just chilling, playing COD, not worrying about anything else but
Hmm.
just chilling, playing COD, wants to be talking about himself, or do you think he's just chilling, playing COD, and wants to just talk about the game? So like that's why like I wanted to scream when I heard Offset, especially like I love Offset. I literally love him. And when he like joined my party chat, I was freaking out, but I didn't say a word because I just knew that he's just trying to focus on playing a game.
A
He just
hundred
joined
percent.
the
Like
party
that's
chat
the
to
same
talk to
thing. I would
a
even
gamer,
if
Like
you are at a concert or you go to a football game, you go to a basketball game, if you see a famous player walking down the street, don't go nuts. You talk to him like a person, and you'll get a such better interaction out of him compared to like when you're like, "Oh my god, let me get a pic, bro," or something like that.
exactly.
That's the worst thing I think you can do. I saw this one
Yep.
famous guy. You know Dennis Rodman, right? So I was in Chicago. I was chilling with the boys,
Yep.
and Dennis Rodman like had a hat on. He had like a hat on, and it was like really covering his face, so you didn't want anybody to see him, and it was obvious. I recognized him. I didn't tell anybody that I recognized him. He was like standing on the street corner waiting for a car or whatever, and I walked like past him. And as I walked past him, I was like, pretty hard to stay incognito out here, eh? And he started laughing, and we literally, dude, I'm telling you, we had like a 20-minute
Oh
conversation,
yeah.
calm as can be, just because I didn't fanboy like the rest of them probably do. They deal with that all day long. It's got to be brutal.
Exactly. Yep. You got to put yourself in their mindset. Like if you're a famous person, like as much as this is just the truth. Like you have an ego of being a famous person, so like it's like everyone else is lesser than you. That's just a regular citizen because you're famous. So like when someone's coming up to you, if they're just acting like you're just another regular human, like that brings you back
Hmm.
down to just acting like a regular person and not being all famous and just you're down to have a conversation type of thing. Not, oh my god, can I get a picture? Can I get a picture? Because you're just coming from a fan
Hmm.
perspective, and then just like, okay, it's just
That's like
another
when
fan. Let me take a
I don't
picture and
like
move
the I
on.
don't agree
Like,
with the people
you know,
that say like celebrity like how can celebrities be depressed? They're rich and famous. That's like part of the reason they're depressed is because they can't live a normal life. And I get that I mean that's what they wanted to do
exactly.
and they're doing very good for themselves, but that's not
Yeah.
a normal life for them to live and nobody likes it. It's got to get old. Like I'm watching right now I'm on this MGK fan. I know you probably don't like him, Royalize, but I'm liking his stuff. All right. You like MGK? Yeah, I'm like watching like this. It's a YouTube
MGK, I
series
like
called Kelly
MGK.
Visions, and it's just like videos of him on tour and like what he goes through and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I mean, I'm like watching it. I'm like, dude, to be MGK like for a day would be nice, but I wouldn't want to do that every day. Living out of a tour
Yep.
bus, yeah,
Exactly. Like imagine not being able to live your
TMZ in
house
your face and shit. I
without
don't. Yeah,
people just
I can't do that.
storming you.
Obviously, like I don't know if T Sport or TMZ knows
Yeah.
esports that well. I'm sure they know like They know FaZe Banks and oh yeah, dude. I mean, just look at like
I'm
Drama
sure it's
Alert.
gonna
Like
get to that
Keemstar's
point
been
too.
only esports for how long now? Like he's usually was all YouTube in general. Now he's just focusing on the
Yeah.
Tfue, all that kind of shit. All right. So besides like Neslo Proofy, what are
Yep.
the some of the other big names non rappers that you've played with on the top of your head? If you don't remember, you don't remember.
Um. Okay. Top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking. Do you know T Martin?
No big deal.
So I played a couple tournaments with him in Black Ops 3. Yeah, no big deal. He just followed me on Twitter and DM me because, like I was talking about before, like I just was there was a time where T Martin was grinding tournaments with YouTube Rock, and they just kept joining my tournaments, and they're my tournaments, so I just kept winning the tournaments. And then once he realized that like if he wants to win the tournaments, probably has to either beat my team or get me on his team. He just like DM me and asked me like, "Yo, I literally can't beat you guys. Do you mind like coming to play a tournament with me?" And I was like, "Bet." And like me and my friend literally just went, played a couple tourneys with them, and yeah. But who else? T Martin. Uh, I'm trying to
Yeah,
think off
probably.
the
That's
top
how
of
it
my
goes,
head. It's
dude.
hard, but I'm gonna
I don't
remember like
blame you
10
for
of
that.
them as soon as we're done though.
The biggest player I play
Uh,
with was probably Sweet Dubs. He's pretty lit. Once in a lifetime opportunity right there. Nah. Any big
yeah,
players
that
that I
guy's
play with.
huge.
I played with a
Yeah.
couple big ones for 2K. A couple guys hit me up on
I'm
2K,
going
but
through my
2K is like a
followers.
really inclusive community. Like it's
That's dope.
different. To me, it's different because like these guys play with everybody, and I mean like they'll DM literally anybody. And even though they're like big, they're not that big compared to like esports people. You know what I mean? But they're big in 2K.
Uh, yeah, I have some people I just thought of actually. Like Embos. I played with Embos. Fizzerp.
Hit
I
it.
played with him. I have a
We're
story
not
about that, which
PG-13
is
here. We can go
pretty
rated R.
messed up. Um, okay, so
Fizzerp. Was it he?
you know how Fizzerp passed away? Do you know Fizzerp or no?
He passed away a
He was
while
like the
ago,
most
right?
influential
Okay, yeah,
Call of
sorry, no,
Duty
I know
player
you're fan.
from
Yeah.
like all of the old CODs. Yeah, yeah, like in Black Ops 3. So like he was literally who everyone watched growing up, and like S&D. Like if you're trying to learn S&D, like he had the S&D clinic it was called, and it was just his YouTube series of like just like teaching everyone S&D and shit. He was just the S&D guru for forever and my like idol when I was growing up in like MW3 and all those days. And so I was always a huge fan of him. And then I finally
Hmm.
got to talk to him. I got into a Skype call with him and my friend in Black Ops 3, and we played a tournament. We played a couple wagers or whatever, and then he got offline for the night, and he just said, "Okay, guys, like nice to meet you, Royalize. Like I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hit me up. We'll play again." I was so excited because I'm
Really?
like, "Oh my god, I'm literally playing with fucking Fizzer." Blah blah blah.
So you
And
probably what
then
went to
that
bed
was the
and
night
woke
he
up to the
died.
news?
Yeah,
And that was
the
he
night
passed
that
away in a car accident, right?
he got off.
Dude,
Yep.
that's absolutely insane. Talk about
Yeah.
like I'm not taking anything away like from what happened to him. It's awful. Like
Yeah, it was
I
crazy.
remember now I remember it as we talk about it. But I don't think I was that active in esports when that occurred. But I've known about it because everybody, people still have it in their bios, stuff like that. So I've gained knowledge on it over the years. But like, talk about for you, like going from like a
Yeah,
super
exactly.
high at the nighttime, waking up and like that's got to just ruin your mood. Not even for the fact that I can't play with him anymore. It's the fact that this guy's gone forever now. And
Just
you realize how much he impacted
oh
you, and
yeah.
you're like, damn it. And people don't realize that till they're gone, which is, I hate that.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
to live in the moment when it comes to that kind of stuff because you never know, man. This crazy stuff happens.
Exactly.
Same thing like with the guy at the guy at the Madden
Yep.
tournament.
Anything
Like,
can
wasn't didn't a
happen.
big name pass away there? I thought it was a
Oh
big
yeah, the
Madden player. I
shooting.
know that. Yeah, I don't really pay attention to competitive
Um
Madden. Um,
yeah, big Madden player. I
all
don't
right,
really know anything about
damn dude, that's
that.
rough. That's rough. Okay, so and then Embos, yeah, but on a lighter note, if you want to tell
Yeah,
Embo, does Embos follow you on Twitter?
it was bad.
What a bot, bro. No, I'm just kidding. I love Embos. I've just been trying to like
He
low
did, and
key
then he
like
unfollowed
try to
me.
get a follow out of him, and he's been like liking my stuff once in a while, and I'm like, dude, just hit the follow button. Oh, it's been tilting me. Okay. So now let's, what? Since we're already talking about big players, let's talk about this. Let's go one by one. So did you play? Wait, did you play with Offset and 21 Savage at the same time, or different situations? So how does tell me how someone plays with Offset? What occurs from start to finish?
No, separately.
Yes, I know Lowe's. Yeah.
Okay, so do you know who Losophy was?
Hmm.
Okay, so he was my duo for Blackout. We like played wagers every day, cashed out, blah blah blah. And then he started streaming and got in
Hmm.
contact with this guy um named Clazo who lives in New York. He started playing with them, and he knows 21 Savage and Offset. Like he has contacts with both of them. So basically, just whenever Clazo was online and playing with one
Hmm.
of them, he just hit up Losophy to play with them to like get content for him and to like help them get wins. And then um, Losophy introduced me to Clazo, and then I played with 21 Savage, Losophy, and Clazo one time. So that was the first time I played with
Hmm.
21. And then um, Losophy passed away, and then I kind of kept my connection with Clazo, and it got stronger. And now me and Clazo are homies. And so basically, yeah, whenever Clazo gets online and he's playing with either Offset or 21 Savage, they invite me. And then so I ended up playing 3 times with 21 Savage before I got him on my friends list. But it was the third time, I guess, of
Chilling.
not
Yeah.
ever like hitting him up, asking him like questions about his life, just basically just playing the game and like just cracking jokes, blah blah blah. Yeah, just like he just I have this video on my stream of it of
So like, what
me
did you
trying to like
say? Where you're
finesse the
like,
front request out of him for a little
I
while,
heard
like
you go
half an hour, but
platinum if
I
you
finally got it and I
accept my
started
friend
freaking out.
request.
I was like, yo, so like I was like, um, so I tried to send you a friend request, but you have the settings offline. He's like, yeah, I have the settings off so nobody can send me shit. And then he's
Dude,
like,
that's
I'm gonna add you
literally
though. And I'm
legendary.
like, I literally like muted my mic, started freaking out on my stream, and like, and then yeah, and then we played the rest of the game, and uh, then when he was about to get off, I'm like, "Yo, don't forget to send me a friend request." And then he didn't respond, and I looked at my stream and I muted my mic and I'm like, "It's over,
Dude, that's
boys.
so.
We lost." And then all of a sudden I get the
I
notification and
guarantee you, if
I
you
was like,
came in like a
"Oh."
fanboy,
Then
you would
yeah.
not have got the friend request. 100%.
So
So like,
then
dude, but think about it. Like we've listened to their music for how long? Since they've literally
exactly.
came out on the scene, and then boom, you're just playing COD with him. Like
Yeah,
I would too. So you play with 21 Savage 3 times? You said 4
it's
times.
crazy. I get goosebumps, man. It's crazy. I think 4 times now. And then I played with Offset once, but
Mm-hmm.
when I played with Offset, my friend like I was playing with Offset and my friend Giving and then Klazo,
Mm-hmm.
and Klazo got offline, so then it was just me, Offset, and my friend Giving. And then Offset's boy who joined his PSN was 5'7" Slat. He joined, and then I was like, "Oh, this is definitely Offset's friend." And then come to find out that that guy is a engineer and producer that won it. He's a Grammy nominated engineer, and he has worked with
So
Cardi B,
smaller names out
Offset,
there right now. Nothing.
21
I'm just
Savage,
kidding.
Ski Mask, Juice World. Yeah, and when he was playing with me, he was actually on an iPad
What?
playing in the room beside Juice World because he was on tour with Juice World at the time when we were playing.
So, dude, that's literally not. So like, here's my
Yeah,
question for you.
like Juice World was in the room right
You
beside
know
him.
it's coming. If Tiggy doesn't fanboy and Tiggy's online one time when you're playing with the Sav or Offset, and you say, hey, you DM
What
me
is
and you
it?
say, hey Tiggy, I got a spot open, but you can't be an asshole. Would you do it? Would you send it?
Yeah, I mean,
So what
I've
if I?
said
How do
that
I get to
to
like
a
the top
good
two
three or four
first
people
people to
already,
get the
but
message?
if none of those people are on, I see you,
Wait,
then
how
yeah,
often do you even play? Has this been like
friend us.
over like months or like is this just starting now? Kind of.
Um, like I've been playing with, I've like played with 21 Savage for the first time like in April, no, when was it? Hold on. Played the
So,
first
and
time in
I'm sure those
April. It
guys don't
was
play
not
as much
April,
as they'd
March,
like to, at least.
July. Um, and then
It's got to be such, like if you're into video games, like
I know,
obviously they
yeah,
are.
I
Like it's
barely
got to
ever
be
see
such a
21
stress
on.
reliever and just like a chill session just play to game. In my opinion, like compared to what they go through, like if they are like, you know what, I'm bored, I'm gonna go step outside. Like comparing to like them just hopping online, you know what I mean? Like it's got to be so much better. Yeah, okay, I fuck with that. All right. Well, now you know. I dropped the hint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Hint received. All right. Um. So here's one of the things is I know I've seen it.
Yeah, you
I've watched it
hint
actually a couple
received.
times because it's funny. It's on your Twitter. This the clip of Nick Merckx. Can you go into more depth about like what you used to like how you used to get at him in Call of Duty? Because I know you didn't like talk shit to him, but like you used to just smoke him and remastered, right?
Yeah, so in Modern Warfare Remastered, like there was the same kind of like groups of like 3 or 4 people that played together that
Mm-hmm.
just like always entered the tournaments at night, like 3v3s and 4v4s. Like everyone played with the
Absolutely.
same
Yeah.
squad pretty much. And Nick Merckx played with Amps and Neo like every single night in tournaments. Yeah. And then basically like I just started playing in my like I played every single day MWR for like I grinded that game harder than any other game and got good with the like one time I got killed by a scorpion and I was just like it's just this little tiny submachine gun with like 14 bullets, but
That's when
if
he
you
was
like
like
put like a suppressor
or
on it and
whatever
have a
the
good
noise he was
shot, like
making.
you can kill people in like 3 bullets across the map. um yeah, yeah. So I always used to use the suppressor, and Neo was really good at sniping. So he would like against every other team that they played in tournaments, he'd always be
Mhm.
getting first bloods, and that's why they always would win tournaments, like or win their tournament rounds up until they played me, because Neo would just be getting first bloods and shit. And then whenever they'd just go up against me, I just know where Neo always goes for sniping, and I would just go challenge him from a different spot. I challenge his sniper with my scorpion, and literally just melt him across the map and get a first blood like every time. And then like there'd be times where it was just like
Trigger,
it'd be
yeah.
like 4-4 or 5-5, and I'd be like in a 1v2 or 1v3, and they'd all get melted by the
Dude,
Scorpion, and
damn.
it'd
Like,
just
did you ever did you ever catch
like
any
Nick
games
used to
with
like
him? Like,
rage
did you
turn
ever
off,
hey,
turn off his
fuck
stream,
that,
like
be on my
raging and
team?
shit. Like, it,
Damn. And that's what I mean, but that's when Nick was
no, dude,
smaller.
no, I never did. I,
4,000
I never
subs,
really
and what
got
was
the
his probably
chance.
average, like around 200 maybe?
He had about like 4,000 subs.
Really? Okay. See, I don't do math well in my head.
Probably like
So
he
if I
had
did, I
about
probably
a
would have guessed
thousand,
closer
and
to that
I'd
number.
say like 800 to a
Um,
thousand
but
viewers.
dude, that's absolutely nuts. Just knowing like at that point, yeah, he's big. He's got like 1,000 viewers, right? But you're slaying out a guy that would be one of the top, I would say, 3 streamers maybe when it comes to Fortnite at least, and then in general probably top 10 when it comes to just community. Like you have no idea who's gonna blow up. You know what I mean? Like shit, one of our members could freaking explode. BH is one of
Yeah,
BH's guy can go absolutely nuts, and that's just it's crazy. So here's another question for you. I know you're pretty
exactly.
hyped. MW's dropping Friday, right? Thursday at 9. What time though? Is that Eastern? So that's what 8 p.m.
Yep, Thursday
Central,
at 9. Uh, yep,
10 p.m. Central. All right.
10 p.m. Central.
All right. Couple
Wait,
questions
no,
regarding
yeah.
that. What are the odds that you'll play with me?
No, 8 Central. 8.
All right, guys. Thanks everybody for listening. I appreciate it. Okay,
Um,
go ahead.
Probably Slim because I'm gonna have a really tight circle that I'm playing with.
Mhm.
No, yeah, I'm actually like as much as I love like I have a bunch of IRLs that I always play the new games with. Like at the beginning, we always play GBs, but like I even told them like I'm probably not
And
even
you're gonna
gonna be playing
be,
with
and that's
them
this
because
is kind of
I'm just
when
so
shit
dedicated.
goes
Like I'm
down for
grinding this with
BH
like
COD,
the
right?
best people I can be playing with at all
It's
times.
time now. It's like time
Like
to go.
type of thing. Yeah,
Now,
exactly.
do
I
you
gotta
have
be
anybody
focusing a
that
lot on
no
myself
names? You
and
don't have to
my
drop names, but you
gaming, but
got
also a lot
anything
on
cooking when
BH.
it comes to BH creators that you're bringing on? Is it gonna rock my socks off?
Yes,
Will you tell me later?
yes. I have.
Lit. All right.
If you know who they are, yeah.
Okay. Um, dude, this is my
Yeah.
favorite podcast by far. Um, so your record with Blackout, how many kills was it again? 37. And are you still the record holder?
37. No, one person got a 40 bomb, but I mean,
Who is it?
not to take anything away from him, because he's a goon
Okay.
at the game. He's really good. He's a big streamer. He's really good at the game, and grinds it. Gangsta salute. Um, so not to take anything away from him, but like when I did it, the looting system when you were like searching through people's bags, like it took you like 5 times longer to like go through someone's backpack because you had to scroll through each and everything. But now you like when you go into someone's backpack, like, you have a whole fucking inventory of everything in their bag, and you can just kind of go through and grab whatever you need really, really quickly and move on. So like, I don't know. It's
Mm,
like if I would have been in that game with that kind of looting system, I probably could have got even more than 37. I don't know, but yeah, I had the world record from January till
got it. And like when you
uh
got the world record, was it like an instant glow up for
like
you, like a
August or
little bit
something.
at least? Or did it take like did nobody was that like when Blackout wasn't that big? Or was that when Blackout just came out and it was like the next
I
big thing?
mean, my yeah, Blackout wasn't that big. It still wasn't that big. 'Cause like it was only a little bit into the game, like 2, 3 months in. But um, yeah, I don't know. My Twitter blew up like a bit. Like that tweet of the world record blew up. My
I did see that.
YouTube
You did share the
video
video
has
with
like
me.
175K views. Um, I mean, I'm not very consistent on YouTube at all, and I'm almost at 2K. Mostly from that
Boosted you.
video. So I don't know. It didn't blow up from it, but like it definitely like started. It got my name out. It also got my name out there for like getting me access to playing with better people. Like that's how like that world record is how I met Neslo, Proofy. That's pretty much what got me to be able to
So
be
that's
friends with all
basically
them,
like
and
if
then we just
somebody were
started
to
playing
say,
together and realized
like even for
we
Fortnite,
actually get
any
along
BR
well
game,
and became
realistically,
friends.
say like, hey, how do I get to play with like really good players besides tweeting at them 20 times a day? Because obviously that'll work. No, it won't. Just go hard. Honestly, like if you're good at the game, show it, right?
Go hard, grind. Exactly. You have to just show that you're good at the game. Like literally, just post your own things. Don't like the. I hope people understand that DMing someone, you hey check out my videos, hey check me out, hey can we play sometime, hey, like that's they'll not like that makes them want to play with you less and less and less every single time. Like literally, like once it gets to a certain point, you just there's literally just no chance they're ever gonna play with you because
Fan
that's
instead
the
of
mindset
like
they have with
kind of
you.
like
Like it's just like
a co-person
you're
in
a
the
fan type of
community
thing. I
who's
don't know.
also
It's
doing what they're
at
doing.
least for me, but
Okay. All right, that's facts. That's
like
facts.
someone trying to
Let's see what
prove
else do I have
themselves,
for you.
who's trying. Yeah, exactly.
Let's scroll through Twitter here and just confirm that I hit everything that everybody wanted answered. The Offset and 21 Savage were the two of the bigger boys. I got like, how did this happen? How did this happen? How did this happen? Scroll through, make sure. So, are you going to start uploading content to YouTube more often when MW drops? Now, like, so I know like
Yeah.
you tweet like with Offset and
Yep.
21,
I'm gonna
like
try
whenever
to
you
do it
play with
every
them or
2 or 3
whatever.
days.
Do they throw likes at all or nothing? Anything? Their Twitter's got to be nuts.
No, they're too big, honestly. Like,
I'm like
yeah,
point
both of them.
zero
Like,
zero two
Offset
there.
has 14.5 million followers on
Um.
Instagram.
Oh, Nick Merck responded to you right here. He said legend.
Yeah, same.
You should try
Yeah,
it,
Nick responds to
bro.
me.
If you're gonna fuck
Not
around
the
telling me
rappers
that's the
though.
BH move,
Nick's
I
responded
can
to
go
me a couple of
nuts, my
times.
friendo. If you tell me that he's the BH move later, yeah, there's no chance. He's on phase now,
If
right?
what?
Dude, a
Who,
brother can
Nick?
wish.
No, that would be. Yeah, there's no
Mm.
chance. That's way
So
too
do I
big. He's
drive an hour to
huge.
Toronto strictly to try to play for the first time? Did you do that?
I gotta get on phase with him.
Disappointed. Okay. All right. Well, that about sums up, everything I wanted to discuss.
No.
Royalize, do you have any questions for me? Cool, cool, cool. So now one more thing, Royalize. Thank you for coming on this podcast. If anybody
No,
wanted to
sir.
find you on social media, if they fucked with you during this podcast, where do they find you on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, MySpace? Where do they find you?
Okay. Twitter is Royalize with an I. Instagram is
And when you,
bh.royalize. YouTube is Royalize. And Twitch is Royalize underscore. And I stream every night at a ridiculous schedule of about like 9 p.m. till whatever time in the morning, like 5 a.m. type of thing. Just been grinding the nocturnal lifestyle, trying to pick up those nighttime viewers lately. So if you're up at any crazy hours or
you
have
heard it from
early
him,
morning
folks.
work and
And
you
when
want
he
to be watching
says
a stream,
Royalize
drop
with
me
an
a
I,
follow.
what he
Royalize
means there
underscore on
is
Twitch.
ROYALIZE. So that's where the I is the IZE, Royalize. Uh, Hit him up, check out his stuff. He's absolutely nasty. Check out his world record game. He lets everybody know when he's playing with Offset, when he's playing with 21 Savage. He usually streams it. So make sure you're in there. Show him some love. Keep an eye on BH. They're going to do big things. Again, this was episode 2 of the Crime Time podcast with Royalize. We